Today, Oklahoma's Attorney General John O'Connor releasing guidelines for how law enforcement should enforce new anti-abortion laws here in Oklahoma, some of the strictest in America.
And it comes after major changes were caused by the overturning of Roe versus Wade and Governor Kevin Stitt signing multiple bills into law criminalizing abortion. News 4's Natalie Clydesdale is joining us now in studio with the details. Natalie?
Well, the memo emphasized that none of the state's laws punish the mother in connection with the abortion. Instead, the people performing the operation would face repercussions. But critics say the rules are confusing.
This guidance document is a clear reaction to the fact that these laws have caused very real confusion on the ground among people, physicians, and many others.
Attorney General John O'Connor attempting to clear up any of that confusion Wednesday, releasing guidelines for how law enforcement should approach prosecuting anyone who performs an abortion in Oklahoma. His guidance explains that Oklahoma law enforcement is and should be focused on ending elective abortion in Oklahoma, and that the operation is only okay when it is necessary to save the life of the mother in an emergency. It's a stance the Center of Reproductive Rights fears could have dangerous repercussions.
One of the most devastating consequences of these laws is that people and physicians, particularly emergency room physicians, are afraid. They don't know if a situation is likely to be questioned after the fact by a prosecutor.
The AG's first guideline says agencies should criminally prosecute anyone who intentionally performs, attempts to perform, or helps perform an elective or on-demand abortion.
It seems like you would be subject to the most stringent penalties.
According to a new state law that went into effect last week, doctors could face 10 years in prison or a $100,000 fine. Another guideline bans aiding and abetting an unlawful abortion, which could include suggesting a pregnant woman get one. And finally, the document outlines that an instance of rape, sexual assault, or incest is not an exception to these rules.
It appears that there is no exception for any of those circumstances under the criminal bans, even though that exception exists in the text of 4327. It's not clear that what kind of application it would have. The only exception is for a medical problem.
The AG's office also said the state's criminal and civil abortion laws also don't apply to contraceptives, including Plan B.